mean, this is, no matter what, even though the records weren't where we were before, it's still Florida State, Florida. It means a lot. I'm very proud of our kids, the way they competed in the game. Had a lot of heart, didn't always play well, but our defense I thought was outstanding on the day, creating opportunities, scoring points, making turnovers, creating field position at times. Offense was very opportunistic, scoring touchdowns when we got down there, finishing drives, doing the things we had to do, left some things on the table on offense, drop balls, opportunities in which we should have made, but at the same time I was very proud of him. James was awesome in the game. I thought he played for a young freshman to come in this environment. I thought he handled it well. Even the turnover wasn't nothing he could do. He hits the guy in the hand with the ball, unfortunately come up with a pick, but very proud of our guys. Our defense was outstanding. I thought Logan Tyler was outstanding on the day, punting the football, controlling field position, getting us out when we were backed up. But again, we still got one more. This season isn't over. We put ourselves in a position to keep 40 and 35 alive, which is extremely important to all those kids and everybody that's ever played here and ever will play here. And still got it's very easy to look past something like this after a big emotional win. We got to get back and get going. But very proud of our guys in that regard. Our guys again competed very hard. Very blessed to be a part of this big rivalry. Again, our defense I thought was outstanding. Offensively, I thought Jacquez Patrick really made some big plays, and James did. I mean, the touchdown throw at the end, the big one was a 3rd and 9 or 10 where he dumps it down to the back and finds his check down on a 3rd read. You talk about maturity and growing, when he could have been trying to make a play. Then he comes back, we have a play that we have open, it's a big, we set up all week, and they get a sack on it. We come right back on 2nd down, and man, we got a call the other side, and he reads his backside read and hits Herman Lane right down the seam for about a 40-yarder down the seam. The maturity he showed in those big moments, I was extremely proud of. It was great to see Herman make a play, and those guys just battled. But our kids battled, they fought hard, and put ourselves in a position to still have a possibility to go to bowl game. Question?
Jimbo, 5th straight win versus Florida, the longest in program history. What does that mean to you?
It means a lot to me. I mean, those kids in there. I mean, to be able to think about something. In a year where everybody said was a washed year, you just accomplished something that's never been accomplished in Florida State history. Those kids just they believed in what they had to do, and they kept playing and fighting forward, and we were able to win 5 in a row, which has never been done. And that's a tremendous accomplishment, a tremendous sign to their character and who they really are as people.
Jimbo, you won 7 of 8 against Florida. I guess it never gets old beating the Gators?
No. Let me tell you something. This rivalry, what it means to Florida State, what it means to the people back in the day when this rivalry first became a rivalry in the 50s and 60s and that generation. And, the TK Weatheralls of the world. And they first won down here making those plays, and Jim Smith and all those guys. I mean, and Coach and John Thrasher. I mean, I know one thing, that generation now, they remember all those great rivalries, and it's very proud for them and happy for them, but it never does. Your rivalry games matter. They make a difference no matter what your record is.
Jimbo, this seems like a different team from after the Miami loss, after the Louisville loss, after Boston College. What's kind of changed here at the end of the season?
Well, I mean, they're not different. They're just learning to find ways, even though we're not playing well, there's still a lot of heart and character and fight in them, and they're finding ways to pull games out. And that's all part of growing, and when you came here because we were winning. Now, you also got to learn how to win in those situations. That's part of those young guys' development, too. And like I tell them, that's why you came here, but you ought to come here because you want to be the reason we win. I think they're learning that now.
Jimbo, was that as well as James played all season?
There were some things he did wrong, but I mean, pretty well. I mean, even he had some drops. He had some critical drops. He made some big throws on 3rd downs that we dropped there on the 3rd and 4 that would have put us in the field goal range there at the end. He had a big over route there, 3rd down throw for the touchdown. I mean, he played some really good games before, I'm telling you. And I mean, he goes the last 3 drives in Miami. I mean, he didn't play well early. I mean, and scored in those drives. We just couldn't hold on to it, but it was pretty big. And the environment, the atmosphere, I would have to say it's one of his best ones. I'll look at the film and see everything when I see it, but I was very proud of the way he performed.
What does that say about Mooney too? To come back and can make that touchdown catch after getting rocked a couple possessions?
He did. I mean, again, character and what you have to do, and then how you have to make plays. And happy those guys. And one thing we've learned to do is play the next play and keep competing. There's a toughness there.
Jimbo, the defense, the pride that they've shown, and the way that they've continued to play better. The plays they made in the first half.
Oh, I'm off the charts. I mean, off the charts. I wish we wouldn't give that drive up before the half. I got a jab at him one time. We could have stayed 3 scores, but I mean, them to create the points and turn them into touchdowns and play the run and just, I mean, a lot of character. Coach Charles did a great job of it.
Jim, on those turnovers, something you guys have struggled a little bit all season, but you guys not only created them, you scored off them. So what did that do for you guys?
Oh, the emotion, the lift. I mean, you have no idea the confidence and how you can call the game and what you can do. And even on defense, the confidence. Hey, I just made that play. And I mean, it uplifts you. You can't imagine what the word confidence does for a player.
Jimbo, Levante Taylor, his performance is what he's
outstanding, man. I mean, Levante, let me tell you something now. There's not anybody that competes any harder than that guy. That guy puts his heart and soul out there every time. Doesn't practice every day, too.
He seems like he hasn't had, like he's had an underrated underrated season, at least statistically, for him to get the kind of stats to back that up today.
Well, you do because of interceptions, but just because, I mean, there's still a lot of pass breakups and things he does. And I mean, you know, just because you got to be careful about statistics. Statistics don't always tell how good a player really is, but he was able to get the stats today, and I'm glad he did.
What's made Stanford Sam as a guy who made such an impact so early?
Stanford's a talented guy. He's very mature, understands how to compete. Honestly, I think his background, coming from where he comes from, playing in the program he played, playing with his dad, playing, you know, in a program that had ex-college players and pro players in it that know how to get you ready to compete, I think made a difference. And he's a very mature guy. I think has a chance to be a really good player.
Coach, this wasn't your last Florida State game, was it?
Huh?
This wasn't your last.
No, don't start, Jeff. Well, I love this Florida State. I hope not, that's for sure.
Does that mean you're going to be here next year?
Mike, I ain't talking about jobs. I ain't getting into all that. You know how I go about things.
Jimbo, Brian Burns setting the tone for that first one for us.
Boy, I mean, get the strip off the backside again. That's the thing. And all of a sudden, the confidence he gets coming off the edge and stripping balls and doing all that stuff, man, it's awesome to see him do it. He's a difference maker. And I say that he's got a chance to be a really special player in town.
Seems like the light bulbs turn on for him the last few games.
It does, and confidence. And all of a sudden, it makes sense. That's what I say. You got to keep. Eventually, you keep sawing wood. Eventually, you saw through it. And all of a sudden, you see the light, and things start to click, and everything slows down for you.
Coach, generally speaking, though, all the reports, I mean, there was a report that Chip Kelly was a done deal at Florida. Now he's at UCLA.
That's what I tell y'all. I mean, and y'all are doing your jobs, trying to get the hits and all. Just let everything play out, guys. But you got to do your job. I understand that. That's part of everything. I wouldn't want your job.
Are you amazed though at some of the reports that come out?
I am. That's why honestly, I don't listen to them. I swear to God, I don't. I don't deal with social media. I don't. You know, people will tell me something that if I think it affects the team, people watch the news and tell me things that affect the team, and I'll mention things to them. You know, that you guys write about them or something about them or something like that. Other than that, I don't deal with a lot of that stuff unless it really impacts the team. Other than that, I just stay in my cocoon and go to work.
Does all the upheaval? I mean, every time we look up, something changes, program changes, something. Is that hard to?
Everybody. I mean, programs are changing. That's part of it. That's part of our world now. Y'all create it. I mean, well, y'all, you can grin, Mike. You know, you guys create it with the articles and the things you do and the criticisms of the kids and the players and the coaches and all that. And this guy should go and that guy should go and we should make this change and making that change. Ain't none of y'all ever coached. Ain't none of y'all ever think. So why would it be? You have no knowledge of anything. So I mean, you guys create it, so you get the right to get your hits for your website and do all your stuff, all your wisdom. So answer your own question. What do you think?
You're staying?
No, I'm talking about all the upheaval. I mean, y'all create it for yourself. I mean, you're creating it for your own website and what goes on. Isn't that right, Gene?
Sure.
Huh? Am I right, Gene?
Sure.
All your expert opinion, Corey, Ira? Is that right? No answer?
You got it right.
Well, wait a minute. No, I'm interviewing you now. No answer? Is that right? Y'all the experts, right? Right? Am I right? Sophie? Gary, am I right?
Fans want to know.
Exactly. You're the experts. Now wait a minute. Now why y'all getting mad when I'm asking you questions? Ain't none of y'all answering. Ain't none of y'all smiling. At least Mike's smiling. Gary's, Sophie's smiling. Y'all don't like being grilled? Huh? You don't like it?
That's not what I signed up for.
No shit. I'm gonna write an article on you guys.
Jimbo, for the third straight year, this is going on with your name. How do you kind of deal with that?
I know. Deal with the facts.
Coach, defensive line seemed like they really got after and
They did. We had pressure up front. We controlled the line of scrimmage. Did a good job in that area. They got pressure on them.
Thomas's explanation about what happened.
I can't hear you.
Thomas's explanation on the interception. They felt
I didn't hear it. I didn't give him time to hear it. That's ridiculous. I love him. I recruit him. I love him to death. I'm close to world. He's lucky we were on that field.
You have a chat with Matthew about. You have a chat with Matthew Thomas about.
Yes, Lord. I didn't have a chat. He listened. I talked. I love him, but luckily we scored and ain't more climb up. But that's a huge deal being 3 scores up. I mean, if you fumble there, you kick a field goal, get a blocked field goal, run it back for a 1-possession game. I mean, that's what I keep telling these guys. Listen, you got to do things with class. I mean, I know y'all want it's fun and all that stuff. That ain't how you do. That ain't how I like doing it. I just don't. I don't appreciate it. And act like you've been there, make a play and move on. That's what you'll learn from it.
Jimbo, what is your question, man?
I'm going to tell you what now, there's the guy. There's the unsung guy. Sticking his foot, being physical, the catch he made, the blocks, coming back in there banged up, had an ankle, had to get it taken care of, got treated, come back in the game. Man, what a heart. I mean, that guy, I'm telling you, I keep saying that. That guy's got heart and soul. He's a heck of a competitor.
Can you speak of the player offensive line, because Florida boasts one of the best?
They do. They got great front people. I mean, Brian's gonna make a lot of money. Him, CC, and all those guys, they can get up front. And we had opportunities. I mean, for the most part, we protected pretty well. A couple times they got through, and the run game, it wasn't always our line. We had some breaks there. I thought we could have made a couple runs, but they made some plays. But we were able to battle and score when we had to in the tight red zone, which was big.
In a game that was not supposed to mean much for your team, were you kind of glad to see it get chippy on both sides? Was that at least an indication that the kids were serious?
I knew that in the locker room. I can tell you that before the game. I mean, I can see our kids. I can see the look in their eye, and I mean, they knew it was Florida. They're ready to compete.
With Davis and how was that situation explained to you? Did he get both?
No, I don't understand. They said they called them both on that play. Now, what I understand, he wasn't the one that should have been called on, from what I understand from the video. I'm gonna have to. I'm not defending him good. I don't know until I see the video about what happened. I'll see. If he got two of them, that's ridiculous. To have one is ridiculous. I don't care. And like I say, in games like this, sometimes you got to put your pride in your pocket. I mean, there ain't no reason to hit back. I mean, they hit. That's good. You're here to win the game. And anytime you get one of those penalties, whether it's offsetting or not, that doesn't win the game. You know what I mean? We got to play smarter in those situations.
Going back to Jacques on that 3rd and long, when he's able to give you that big run, set up that score.
Big run and big decision. You understand that's a 3rd read for James in that play. And he was reading, and could have actually been a 4th if by a certain coverage, which he did on the next play when they overplayed it, and he hit Lane down the side, which really doesn't happen very often. That read there was big time. But for him to come back to that back right there and dump it down, man, when he did that, I'm telling you, it made me proud as an ex-quarterback and a guy who coaches quarterbacks to see what he did in a big moment, not trying to, again, press it down the field and want something to happen, but to let the game come to him and trust the guys, his teammates, which as a quarterback you got to do a lot. That was a big time play by him. And the one that he hit on the 2nd and 20 or whatever to Ehrman, that doesn't happen on that play very often. For him to go back and understand that, man, I mean, that was big time for me as an ex-quarterback and a quarterback coach to watch a guy grow. That was big time plays.
Can you talk about picking a sod captain and Derek Nottie getting that honor?
I mean, there's not a Derek Nottie's as good a young man that's come through our program ever, and I don't mean that in any disregard. He and Chris Thompson, some of those guys, man, they're phenomenal people. And him, the things to keep us together and lead us all year and never flinch when every day he comes to practice and the improvements he's made as a player and the future he has as a player and all those things. I mean, it's tremendous. And very happy. He definitely is a sod captain.
Did he have a reaction? Did you guys tell him he was a sod captain?
Yeah, we did.
Did he have a reaction to that?
Yeah. Like he does with everything. Yes, sir. 100 miles an hour.
Jimbo, with some of those decisions James made that you're talking about, it seemed like, okay, it's clicked.
Well, I mean, at times it will. And it's clicked before, but to click when the game was on the line. You know what I mean? To make that throw and to make those decisions. I mean, those are a lot tougher decisions than some of the mistakes he made in other critical situations. So, I mean, and just a perseverance by what he's doing and how far he's came, guys. I keep saying it all the time. He's coming.
Was Cam okay health-wise? I mean, it seemed like he lost his foot a little bit.
I know. He just slipped. Yeah, that's fine. Had a chance for a couple big runs. A couple of them, and then unfortunately just slipped and lost his foot. One time, he cut off the wrong foot there once or twice. All right. Yeah, that's again trying to make a play, trying to go too fast. We good? Thank you.